In the basin, seeing temperatures in the 90s, 91, just 1 degree above our average, and we were 1 degree below our average at 62, normally at 63 degrees. Now, right now, still seeing some pretty warm temperatures across the basin. Temperatures in the high 70s, 76 to be exact. Wind speeds, though, have died down quite a bit from earlier, down to 8 miles an hour. Humidity at 11%, so that hasn't really increased too much from earlier. 5 o'clock show, we were around 8%, now up to 11%, not much of a change. Temperatures right now seeing mostly 70s throughout the basin, a couple 60s, seeing 50s down in Marfa and 62 in Alpine, then also seeing 60s over in Hobbs. But for the most part, still seeing mostly these high 70s throughout the basin, hanging on to the 80s down in the Big Bend Mountains at 83 degrees. And in terms of temperatures, well, it's going to get warmer tomorrow. High expected of 94 degrees, even getting close to that 100-degree mark down by the border. But then on Sunday, going to be a different story. Going back down into the 80s, going to be a pretty cool week compared to this week. Temperatures in the 80s, a chance of seeing 90s on Tuesday, but it's going to be a lot cooler than it was this week, next week. And that's mainly because we have thunderstorms coming, people. 70s up in Lubbock, 60s in Amarillo, and then seeing 70s in high 60s in Austin, 70s in Houston, and 60s in Shreveport. And that's mainly due to some pretty heavy thunderstorms they have moving through East Texas and going into Louisiana right now. But out in West Texas, a little bit different story compared to East Texas. We're seeing mostly clear skies, a little bit of cloud coverage here and there, but for the most part, we're very clear in West Texas, and a lot of this due to this dry line we have right here. Got a lot of moisture out to the eastern portion of the right outside our viewing area in Abilene and in San Angelo, but as soon as you come into our viewing area, getting very dry. 12% in Wink, 11% in Pecos, mainly due in the northwest, seeing those conditions getting into the low teens, but then you see down in Presidio 8% and 9% in Presidio, 8% in the Big Bend Mountains, excuse me, right there. Now winds have definitely died down a lot from earlier, but still pretty windy out west. Guadalupe Mountains 17 miles an hour, 12 up in Carlsbad, and for wind gusts we're going to do hour by hour first. Wind speeds are going to get pretty calm tomorrow. Very dry, very calm, very clear day, and very hot as well for Saturday. But Sunday, that's going to be a different story. Going to see a lot of wind move into our area as the thunderstorms start to roll in. The winds are going to start to pick up. Those two things go together usually, and then we're going to see that kind of stick around throughout the entire week. Nothing really picking up on our wind gust radar right now, but as you can see, those peak gusts got pretty heavy today. 48 in the Guadalupe Mountains, 32 in Carlsbad, and 30 over in Fort Stockton. Now let's get to your regional forecast for tonight. Northern Basin going to see some mild conditions, temperatures in the 50s, and then tomorrow expect the temperatures to get up into the 90s. Central Basin high 50s tonight, a couple low 60s, but then expect the 90s tomorrow. So very hot in the Central Basin, Northern Basin, Trans-Pecos as well, high 50s, some 60s tonight, 67 in Dryden for a low, and then going into the Trans-Pecos for tomorrow, temperatures as high as 94 in Dryden tomorrow, 92 in Sanderson, and then for the mountains, 50s and 60s tonight, and then tomorrow, Presidio 99 degrees for a high, so getting near that 100-degree mark, but it's going to just miss it by a little bit. And looking at the 7-day forecast, another hot day tomorrow, but Memorial Day, Sunday, Monday, this weekend, it's going to start to really rain hard this week, so expect some thunderstorms throughout the week. Temperatures, though, in the high 80s. Could see 90s on Tuesday, but then expect to see 80s the rest of the week. But we have chances of thunderstorms starting on Sunday, going all the way into next Friday. So, prepare.
Yes, I know people are going to want to be grilling outside and all that, but maybe have their phone handy with a weather app so they can stay up to date.
And we'll make sure to keep you updated while we're here.
Absolutely. All right, Ryan, thanks for that. Well, one crook makes a run for it with cops in tow, but let's just say his getaway vehicle not setting any speed records.